Okay, so I don't really have a direction. I'm just kind of gonna be, just kind of speaking here. But the reason I picked up the camera and started recording is because I want to document my journey. So recently, I got into the high ticket remote sales space, and I got started in late June. I paid for a mentorship, and I went through all the training, and then I got onboarded onto an offer. My first official day was technically July 3rd, but it was like a half day because I got onboarded after around like 6 p.m. Central Time, and then the next day was July 4th, so it was a holiday. But yeah, I got onboarded onto the offer July 3rd, and then really things started to pick up after that. So that's why I'm picking up the camera, is because I want to document my journey into this space. I feel like, for one, it'll hold myself accountable. So when I'm not seeing results, I kind of can look back at videos and be like, this is where I was at a month ago or a week ago or even just a couple of days ago, and look at where I'm now and see, there's going to be progress, even if it's just a tiny bit. Right now, I'm an appointment setter. And for those who don't know, I do appointment setting for, probably one of your favorite influencers online. I got onboarded onto that offer. All these guys online who are posting, this is how you get rich, make money online, get rich quick, learn this skill, anything in the make money online space, nothing's for free. And they're selling information. They're selling courses, mentorships, programs. They're selling information. I got onboarded onto an offer for an influencer. He's selling a program. And basically, I'm an appointment setter. All that means is there's going to be people that see his stuff online. They're going to go through the whole process of, I want to learn this skill, teach me how to do it. And they're going to fill out the information on some ad they see online, or they see his YouTube, they see his Instagram. They're going to click a link somehow and get to this button where you apply to work with him. You basically give your information to him in order for someone to reach out to you. And that's where I come in. And all I'm doing is calling these prospects up and basically seeing if, one, they're interested, two, they have money to pay, and then three, I'm getting them on a call as soon as I can. And in theory, this sounds very easy. I'm here to tell you that it's not. Like I said, today's July 7th or 8th. No, today's July... I should be able to see here. I don't know. Yeah, it is July 7th, and I still have yet to get a sale. Now, keep in mind, I am a new setter. I don't get priority to the best leads, but that's not an excuse whatsoever. I just have to work harder and basically develop the skill, develop the sales skill. Right now, I haven't gotten a single sale. I have an internship this summer, so I don't have time to dial all the time. I can find a million excuses for why it's not working, but the truth is, my skills suck and I need to get better. Fortunately for me, that's something that you can fix. Your skill is something that it's a controllable. You have control over that. You can put in the repetition, you can put in the hours, you can put in the work, and you can get your skill to where you want to be. It's just like playing a sport. The more reps you put in, the better you're going to be. The more inputs you put in, the more outputs you're going to get. I've gotten good sets on the board, right? So I put sets on the board. I go through this. I nurture the prospect. He says he has, capital set aside that he would be willing to allocate into learning the skill that I'm selling. And then I put him on a Google Meet with a closer, right, who's going to close a deal. And I collect 5% of all cash collected. Now, you might be thinking, 5%, that's nothing. Just to let you know, I'm in the high ticket space. And honestly, there's way higher tickets than the offer that I'm on. But this is in the, high 4-figure range. It does add up over time, especially if you are constantly finding good sets and the closer is doing a good job and closing the deal. and the closer makes 10%. I want to be at the point where I am the best setter. I just really want to develop the sales skill, regardless what I get out of this, because, you know, in order for me to get on this offer, I did have to pay my way into it. And what I mean by that is, I don't know sales. So what did I do? I bought a mentorship that I found out through a very small YouTuber, very small. He's a closer now. He started in February. And you know, it's actually a funny story of how I got into it, and I can actually make another video explaining that. But anyway, he kind of, you know, onboarded me. He basically sold me to, like, you know, he sold the program and what the benefits are. And, you know, I was aware, you know, he was, you know, because he did make a commission by selling it to me. But, you know, I also did do my research on it, and, you know, I was going to get into the space regardless. And so I just went with that because, you know, he also documented his journey. I paid for this mentorship. I learned the skills, right? I haven't mastered it yet, but, you know, that takes time. And they onboarded me onto an offer as soon as I was good enough. And, you know, we did some mock calls. This is just kind of a video. I don't have any direction where I'm going with this, but, you know, I just am here to say that, you know, I want to be the best setter. I want to make that 5K a month and just scale from there. I mean, I don't want to have any limited mind beliefs. And, you know, so far it's been a struggle just because I haven't seen any results, but I know the results are coming. It's not going to happen over, you know, a matter of a day. It's going to be repetition, and then you're going to finally see that result, and you're going to just build on it and, you know, scale it. And all I want to do is just scale. I just want to learn this skill and, you know, give it my all, and kind of, you know, I want to have that location freedom, that financial freedom. You know, time freedom is definitely not going to be a thing, right? I'm gonna have to be dialing, and it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make at the start until I get to where I want to be. You know, I want to retire early. I know there's a lot to life. In order for me to get to where I want to be, I need to be somewhere where I can, you know, learn a high income skill and scale it. And so that's why I got into this high ticket sales space, because to me, I think there's a huge growth in that. You know, I personally am in college, and I'm fortunate enough my parents pay for my college and all that. A lot of people nowadays are deciding to not go to college, and, you know, they're looking into courses online, whether, you know, it's real estate, you know, all these, you know, different online businesses, or, you know, you just want to learn something, you can go to a course now instead of going to college. So to me, I see a huge growth. You know, you can kind of look at the studies, you know, you can kind of see what the market cap is in the info space right now, and the projection in 5-10 years. It's tremendous. To me, I think there's a huge opportunity here. And so I also do want to own my own business one day, and, you know, I want to learn sales. So another reason why I got into this. I'm just here to tell you that, you know, you might see people online telling you it's easy and all this stuff, but reality, it can be, but you just need to know that it's not just going to be super easy. You need to put the time and the effort into it, and then you'll see results. Because right now I'm putting in a bunch of effort, right? But I guess my skill isn't the best right now. So until I fix that, which I'm working on it every day, then, you know, I might not see significant results. But at the end of the day, sales is honestly just a numbers game from what I've seen so far. And I mean, I know it's coming soon. Like, I pray tomorrow. I have some good leads right now that I'm talking to, and I just hope one of them closes. And I don't really hope they close just so I make money, but I really hope that these prospects do join the program I'm selling, and they are able to change their life, just like I am trying to change my life by joining this program, or by joining the program I joined and learning sales. I have conviction in buying courses. I don't think it's a scam. I don't think, you know, we're just here to make money off of them. I'm hoping that I can have a good set and it closes, and I do see my first dollar in this space. Even though I haven't made any money yet, I think that sales is the easiest barrier to entry in the online business. I think it's easier than drop shipping, brand scaling, SMMA, crypto, day trading, you name it. All you got to do is, you know, if you can talk to someone, you're not a weirdo, and you have a good work ethic, you will find success. I have, honestly, right, because I'm learning the skill, but I've yet to find a sale. But I can confidently say, like, in a matter of less than a month, or, you know, this month, next month, the third month, it's gonna start clicking, right? It's the rule of 100. Do something 100 times and you're gonna master it. You know, do it 200 times, 300 times. You know, it just keeps reinforcing. I don't really have anything else to say. This is kind of just a really random video. It's gonna be my first video, but it's really just to document my journey, hold me accountable, and just something that I can look back on when, you know, I do make it. It's currently, what time is it? It's 11 at night. I'm going to Cozumel tomorrow, actually, on a cruise, and I have work in the morning. I have to be up at like 6 something, and yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I'm Lucas Giello, by the way. I probably should have said that in the beginning of the video, but oh well. And yeah, you know, this is my journey in the high ticket remote sales space, the info space. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my, you know, I'll put my Instagram and stuff in the bio. Y'all can reach out if you have any questions. And other than that, yeah, I'm gonna try to post as much as possible, kind of give y'all free game, because this is literally from scratch. This is literally day 7 or day 5 or 6 of me being an appointment setter. I haven't had any sales yet, but if you are looking to get into this, you can kind of follow my journey and see what it kind of looks like. You might be a harder worker than me. I mean, I'm not saying you are, but you might have more time than me, an opportunity. You might be luckier. You might just be a better, you know, you might be able to speak to people better, and you might have quicker results than me. But, you know, if this is something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to me, and, you know, I can kind of explain to you, you know, how I got started into more depth, and, you know, how it's been going for me. But until then, that's all I got. And so, I mean, this has just been a yap sesh, so I've just been talking forever now, it feels like. So I'm gonna end it. If you have any questions, you know, leave them in the comments. This is kind of just like, I'm trying to, you know, look back at this when I'm older and have found success in this, and be like, damn, like that's just what I came from. This is, you know, what I did to get there, and hopefully other people can get inspiration from it. So until then, my next video will probably be when I first get a sale, and yeah, well, I'll pick it up from there.